How you guys doing today? Happy Tuesday. So I'm back with Talking Blockchain with Dr. Sean, episode 4. And so really what I was going to talk about here today, it was really two stories that I personally think are quite important. The first one is out of the NJCPA talking about the economic impact payments, right? Sort of going through what the top questions are, what the FAQs have been actually on these payments, sort of what they mean, how they work, who is uh, actually going to get one, and then actually sort of how that process works, right? Because obviously right now there's a lot of economic damage being caused by all the COVID quarantining, shutdowns, all the rest. And so there has been quite a bit of chatter and conversation on the measures and the actual action steps basically being taken at the federal level to try to offset this economic pain. And so the impact payments, or EIPs, are probably the most direct and tangible action step, right? That most individuals are going to be feeling. And so, the biggest pain point, though, and the article goes through answering some of the top questions of how it's going to work, who is eligible, all of that. But a big pain point that I've been hearing about is basically that these payments are going to take too long to actually get out to people. And so I thought here actually it was a very interesting chance to try to mesh up or to link together two big headline stories right now, right? The economic impact payments, all of the damage being caused by COVID-19, but to also tie it back to a topic focusing on blockchain and sort of the broader crypto asset space. Basically saying that if we had that virtual US dollar, right, a crypto US dollar actually up and operational, and everybody had a wallet that these dollars could be basically transferred into instantaneously, might this make processes and action steps like this easier, right? And and so the conversation here is obviously right now focused on the impact payments. But I do think it's important to understand that after the fact, right, this whole conversation on the economic impact of COVID and the possible use cases of blockchain and asset-backed coins or stable coins in the broader conversation is only getting started. Right, going forward, there is going to be, I think, a increased understanding and an increased awareness of the business value of being able to instantaneously transfer funds from merchant to merchant, person to person, and not have to always go through this process of having to use a third party, clearinghouse, or some other type of payment processor. And so, I mean, it is going to be I think, a uphill battle, a primarily work in progress for the time being, right? And obviously for blockchain purposes, there is still some education that has to be done as to how it works, how it doesn't work, all of that. And as far as actually being able to use asset-backed coins, stable coins, or just normal, right? Air quotes here, normal uh, cryptocurrencies, I do think that understanding sort of what these processes are, what these items actually are, right? How they're different, how they actually function, and then how they could be used, right? Because I mean, obviously, right now the headline story is COVID-19, right, and all the impacts of that. But after the fact, there is going to be a need, I think, and an increased need for both individuals and companies to be able to do business and to transfer funds and all of that in an online or in a non person to person way, right? Because all of this is going to be around for a while and it's going to be part of our everyday lives. So I do think that after the fact, that as a part of the bigger conversation afterwards, as companies and individuals try to grapple with the aftershocks of this, that this is a really great opportunity for blockchain crypto assets to sort of come out of the corners and onto the main stage, and to really be able to articulate and to outline sort of what the business value is, how they work, and then how they are actually better in some cases versus our current options. Now, It's not always going to be better, faster, easier right now, but all of that is part of how any IT tool evolves uh, over time, right? There are always the early adopters, mass market consumption, then after that. So I do think that this is going to be something to watch going forward. With that, I'm going to wrap it up here and have an awesome afternoon.